Happy day 2, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning. We are on day 2 of this week's Mindful Morning Challenge, but we're also doing a masterclass in the evening, and it was amazing last night. I definitely, my desire was not reignited, but like I just love being reminded of the power and the magic. Oh, my phone is going to do this. Sorry, the screen is like, see, you guys, I'm just having a really difficult time with phones these days. But it's okay because I wanted to come outside and do this. Hi, Abby. Let me invite everybody. So I'm outside because yesterday I wanted to be, so I'm going on a little bit later today, um, but it's okay because this is just how it goes, right? These are really like complementary, I guess, to the masterclass. And so last night we had our first one. I'll just share a little bit about that. If you haven't watched the replay, or if you are not sure, if you're not part of the chat, the group chat, because that's where they'll all be at, um, let me know, or I'll put the link. I'm putting the link in like everything, and I'm sending them out an email. So if you don't get the emails, let me know and I will fix that. But what these mindful mornings do, how they complement the masterclass, is because I explained this yesterday morning, that if you know what to focus on during the day, then you can come to the masterclass with all of that. You can take the information throughout the day and then come to the masterclass in the evening or the coaching and be able to have some, let me go ahead and have some information to use to work with, right? Because like it's one thing to get like generic, like, oh, let's heal, let's work through some shadows, like, but I don't, that's not how I work. Like everybody has different ways of doing things, has different ways of healing, has different ways of thinking about what shadow work is or what healing is. Like there's just, it's different. It's not the same for everybody, and I really want that to be one of the underlying lessons or things that come out of this week, is like, oh wow, the way, because I think this is why we get stuck. By the way, this is why we get stuck, because we try to do things how other people are doing them, or how they have taught, how they're teaching to do it. Because you guys, there's so many different ways to do energy work, so many different ways, like so many different teachers for Reiki, so many different teachers for yoga, so many different teachers for shadow work, for meditation. I remember one time in the early days, I did a meditation on Facebook. I used to do it on my personal page. And this guy commented and was like, that's not how you meditate. You're doing it wrong. Like, was completely talking, like, just slamming the way I taught meditation, or like how I meditated. And this is an example of the question that we're answering. Your homework for the first day was, and I just posted it, and I posted in the chat, is to think about one word that describes what it feels like for you to be connected. Because if we don't know what we're looking for, we're going to miss it, right? So to go back and think, when is a time I have felt deeply connected? And that is when I did, when that guy was like, you're doing it wrong. And I remember writing back of like, and that's okay that you think that. That's okay that it's wrong for you, but it's not wrong for me. And that, to me, my word, that I'm going to share with you guys I'll go ahead and do it now, is unstoppable. I feel, when I'm connected with my higher self, my truth, my soul, whatever you want to say, I feel unstoppable. I feel very confident. I feel very sure of myself. I feel, and I'm going to teach more on that tonight. So if you guys come to the masterclass tonight, I'm going to teach more on, because it's like the second step of like, how do I begin to feel okay that my way is okay? right? That my way is okay. There's nothing wrong with my way. There is no right way. There's just, that is, if you get anything at all this week, please take that away. There is no right way. Your way is the right way. So this morning, what we're going to do, I'm lighting some incense here, and this is going to be pretty quick, but it's about turning yourself on. It's about turning on desire, because when we're stuck, like we talked last night about the nervous system, how we're conditioned. It was kind of a recap for a lot of you that were there, but a couple of you that were there have never went through that with me. So it was about how the nervous system is conditioned. Why do we get stuck? And it's because we don't feel safe to act, to behave differently. We don't feel safe to move forward, right? We have been conditioned, or our nervous system has been taught or conditioned of like, okay, it's not safe to do this thing. And I use the example of being authentic, right? Or being who we are, like the coming out and saying, or maybe even vulnerability, right? Maybe you were vulnerable when you were younger and your parent was like, don't be vulnerable. That's weakness. That's unsafe. And so now you have a desire to put yourself out into the world and to be seen. And now it's like, oh no, that is not safe. That feels really bad for me, but I want to do it, but I can't because I've never had the experience of being seen and having a positive experience. And so what I taught on last night is how to do that, how to actually rewire that and to feel safe going forward, right? And it's about creating safety. Now, we didn't go all the way in to how to, well, and the way you create safety is, what does safety feel like for you? Is there a blanket that's safe for you? Is there a certain person or jewel or crystal? Like crystals feel safe. Whenever you are upset, what do you go to? And for me, mine used to be drugs, right? So I had to really, I had to say this differently. I was like, what feels safe for you? What feels good for you? Because that feels safe, feel good, same thing. That serves you, right? Because drugs did not serve me. So I'm like, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel safe. That freaking helps me avoid, but it doesn't serve me, right? So what is that for you guys? And I'd love to hear it if you guys just want to share of what is that thing that helps you feel safe. Also, too, what is one word you would describe what it feels like for you to be connected with your higher self or with your truth, okay? And if you don't know what that is, then come tonight. And I'm actually wanting to do some coaching, actually. We didn't really get to do it. We didn't do it last night because last night was kind of full of like teaching, and I asked questions and all that, but I want to help at least a couple people work through something tonight, so other people can see what it looks like. So if you are needing that, then come tonight at 7. Okay. So today it's about turning yourself on to desire. Also, another reason we get stuck, or like tell me in the comments, like, how are you guys feeling right now with feeling stuck between 1 and 5, or feeling disconnected? Are you still feeling like, I'm still feeling disconnected? It's easier just to stay in where I'm at, in my comfort zone, or are you starting to feel a little bit? Because we did move energy last night, even though we didn't do energy work, we still moved energy. Yeah, because energy follows thought, right? So we're shifting our thoughts, and that's really what that was last night. So today is to ignite desire. The theme today is to connect, and time to plug back in and feel what you really want to feel, right? And what you really want in your life. Again, yesterday we learned like why our body gets stuck, but our mind wants to go forward. And today we're going to talk about the like dropping into our body and actually moving that stuck energy to create that new experience that we talked about last night of how that's how we move through that. And today it's about the emotions plus the inner fire. And so, so this morning I want you to grab a crystal if you have one, or you can not have one, whatever, and put your feet on the ground close your eyes for just a couple seconds. We're going to breathe together. Let me go ahead and see if you guys, hopefully you can hear me. You should be able to hear me. Hold on. Yeah, it's on. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes, take a breath, just in through your nose and out through your mouth. And we're going to do a body scan. So just starting at the top of our head, but as we go down, I want you to notice where there's any tension or where you are, any sensations, any tightness, where there's any tension or numbing out. Maybe if lately you're like, I just feel numb, I'm not feeling anything. I mean, everything is up for grabs, whatever you're feeling. Again, if you're feeling like I'm dreading today, I have anxiety, I have something big coming up today, whatever it is, whatever is going on in your brain, and then we're dropping down into our body. And we can actually we'll start from our feet today. Usually we start from our head. Let's start from our feet. And you can see those tree roots just grounding, going down into the earth. And you can breathe in and see those. As you breathe in, we're kind of pushing those roots, or those roots are growing down into the earth. And grounding any anxiety or anxious energy that's been floating around, and then just coming up, like pulling earth energy up into those roots. And just seeing them go up into your feet, into your legs, up your calves, and just really notice where there's any tension or sensations happening. And going up to your knees, up into your thighs, into your hips. And breathing again. And you can use your breath as a way of moving the energy. That's what I really like to do, is if you have a hard time visualizing it, just as you breathe in, you can see the light get brighter in your body to wherever it's at. And then when you exhale, it just moves up a little more. When you go up into your belly, up into the sacral, the solar plexus, around to your back. Breathing in again, you see that light get brighter that is in your body right now. And then when you exhale, just allowing it to move up even more. And so it's just kind of this gentle flowing, or like pulsing even, of this energy that you are bringing into your body, that you are using to heal yourself. And then up into your heart, down your arms, into your shoulders. I have a lot of pain in my neck, so that's definitely where I'll be working. And up into the base of or the top of your spine, the top of your back, up into your head, until you're completely filled up with this light. You're at the very top of your head. If you might feel pressure at the top of your head when this happens, you can see your crown chakra opening up, if that would help. And asking yourself, where am I holding tension or numbing out? Mine is my neck. I could not even move it after our call last night, you guys. Oh my God, it hurt so bad. So just placing your hand wherever that tension is at, if you're able to do that. And I want you to breathe into that space. And so seeing that pain or that tension or the numbing out or whatever you're feeling anywhere, finding one place you're doing this at, because I want you guys to really experience what it feels like to do this, right? To really to feel the energy in your body and you're loosening that up. And so just placing your hand on it if you're able to, and thinking of what color is it? What color is that energy right there? I see really dark blue. And we're not going to go into, well, actually, whatever. If you want to analyze it yourself, like, oh, this means this, that's fine. That's your intuition starting to like tell you, okay, this is what's happening. or if there's any thoughts or like, oh, this is why this hurts, please just hold on to it. Allow it to keep going. And I want you to know, like, see if it's a shape. Is it a shape? Is it like prickly? Is it round? Is it smooth? Is it a star? Or just like, for me, it's like prickly. It's like a prickly square. And so now I want you to just breathe. We're going to breathe in. I want you to see that part of your body get brighter, that color get brighter. And then when you exhale, just allowing that energy out of your hands. You can think of this as Reiki if you would like coming down from the heavens into your body, and you're just kind of infusing it with healing energy. I'm just saying, I am sending love and compassion, acceptance and grace to this part of my body, that it may relax today and support me as I do this deep work in this masterclass and in this week. And also promising to listen to it. So listening to whatever that sensation or whatever that tension or that numbing out is in your body. And then we're going to drop in, as we're closing this out, and you can always come back and do that, of like, okay, I'm just going to and you can do, there's so much more we can do with that spot. And if you have your own practice of working with, Reiki, whatever it is that you do, you can continue to work with that. But just knowing that you can sit with that for a little while and do that. But for me, what I'm going to do, I want you guys to think of something that part or that tension's telling you. What is it telling you that it needs? So for me, I need to sit in a different chair tonight. I also need to have more boundaries in my day. That's what it's also telling me. I need to create more boundaries and stand up for myself while I am not stand up for myself, but to be very clear on what I'm doing, focusing on one thing. There's a lot of chaotic energy, and I know that's what's causing that at work, and I'm at Restored Life. And so now just dropping in and asking, this is super important, is if I could want what I really want today without guilt, what would I admit to myself? I'll say that again. If I could want what I really want today without guilt, what would I admit to myself? That's so powerful. And then we're going to choose the vibe for today. What is it that you want to feel today? Is it lit? Is it open? Do you want to be open and receiving today? Do you want to feel magnetic? And I want you to say out loud, today I choose to show up as open and receiving today. That's what I'm choosing. And then just taking a big, deep breath in. And then opening your eyes. And so we really just checked in with ourself just now. And I cannot wait to hear how the energetic check-ins happen. Or I didn't check in with those yesterday. I'm going to do that tonight. But doing the energetic check-ins yesterday, that was what the day was, the focus. Today, the focus is your vibration, right? Your mood, I guess, right? Your mood when you're around somebody or something happens, or if you notice oh my God, I'm in the worst mood, pay attention to that. Again, it's pretty much doing energetic check-ins again. It's just today you're going to focus on your vibration and your vibration is your mood. You can think of them interchangeably, right? So when you are doing something and your vibration goes down, you'll be like, okay, what is it that what's happening? Why did I was happy and now I'm not? What happened? Again, we're just trying to find where and I'll tell you a little bit about how I did this yesterday. So I'm helping over at Restored Life to help them with their clinic, right? And every day I feel so chaotic and my energy is draining. And by the way, hold on. I want you guys, make sure you answer in the comments the question I asked a minute ago. Hold on. About if you could want what you really want today without guilt, what would you admit to yourself? I want you to, or, what is it that you would want? If you could want what you really want today without guilt, what would you admit to yourself as wanting? Please comment that because that's desire. But for me, so I got off of work and I'm like, I don't want to feel this way. I have energy, like my energy is drained. My back hurts really bad. Like, this is not the state I want to be in when I leave anywhere, right? So, what I'm going to work on today is, okay, what is it I need to do within myself so I don't have that type of day again? Because that doesn't serve us, right? And we're here to get unstuck. So the reason we get stuck is because we continue to do the same thing. We're living in effect. Like, oh, this is just the way my day is. Oh, this is just the way life is. And like Janelle, same thing. You had to do what you had to do because at the end of the day, you were feeling a type of way and you're like, I don't want to feel this way. And it's really reprioritizing, or not reprioritizing, but coming back to the fact, you guys, that it's never a person, it's never a job, it's never people or things or anything. It is a feeling that we want to have, right? At the end of the day, it's not things that we want. It's not really careers we want. It is a feeling of fulfillment. It's a feeling um, of of flowy energy and being plugged into something, and being able to show up as our best selves naturally, right? It takes very little effort, and that's what this is all about. And I love that. So I hope that that was helpful for you guys. You're finding energy in your body. You're finding where all of this stuckness is happening. And that is what we just did this morning. And so continue being mindful and today of your vibration and when it goes down, and doing those energetic check-ins of the state of your being at any given moment, and bring all that tonight. Okay. And also, like, what is one word that describes what it feels like to feel connected for you? What is that for you? I'd love to know. Okay, you guys, have a great day. I love you. I'll see you tonight. Okay, bye.